A new park has been constructed near my residence, featuring an area with posts. The white sections, adorned with images of hands and circles with lines through them, are all movable and mounted on hinges. I have been trying to determine their purpose. Could it be a type of game? The only possibility I can envision is a race course where participants can select their turning points, and this setup is located in the corner of a children's playground. Any ideas what this thing is? According to the city plan, this is a changeable maze with play panels and control posts. I found farm equipment on my property that stands approximately 3.5 feet tall and is constructed entirely of heavy iron, featuring a seat. It appears to be designed for towing, and the components on the rosette section suggest it is intended for seed distribution. Any ideas what this thing is? This is a horse-drawn stalk cutter. The corn stubble left over from the harvest presented problems for the farmer. Plowing would not cover up the corn stalks adequately, which interfered with the planting of next year's crop. Exposed stalks promoted insects and disease. This gave rise to the horse-drawn corn stalk cutter. I bought this item several years ago without knowing its purpose. I was simply drawn to its aesthetic appeal. The central globe component is designed to spin and is weighted at one end, ensuring that it consistently settles with the 10 facing upward. The numbers range from 10 to 130, increasing in increments of 10. The base is made of wood and features a felted bottom. While most of the item is constructed from metal, the globe has a slightly pliable quality at the sides, resembling a thin, embossed aluminum or tin. Its approximate dimensions are 6¼ inches in length and 3¼ inches in width. What is this? This is a thermometer. Look at the number where it aligns with the convex or upper portion of the plane. That should be the approximate temperature in Fahrenheit. Do not spin it because it would mess with its accuracy. I found this object on our gravel road following the recent hurricane. It measures approximately 5 inches in length and is composed of both metal and plastic. The pointed end is sharp, and it appears to require a battery, featuring a red LED light on the rear. A sticker on it reads, "Caution, use a DC-powered 3 to 28 volt, only remove screw to check battery." The tip does not retract. Given that it may have been carried in by the hurricane, its presence on the road may not be significant. Any ideas what this thing is? This is circuit tester. I found this item in a parking lot. The 6 knobs on the right control the smaller knobs on the left and can be secured in the 4 position using a pin. The overall length is 100 millimeters, with a 16-24-60 split among the tip, stem, and knobs. The width measures 32 millimeters with the knobs, 18 millimeters without on the body, 4 millimeters on the stem, and 6 millimeters on the tip. The material appears to be steel, with 1 row of knobs exhibiting a brass color. I am uncertain about the appropriate keywords to use for a Google search. Any ideas what this thing is? This is the Ford Tibby Door Lock Master Decoder tool. It was inadvertently left behind by an individual who was involved in thefts from vehicles at the mall. What is this object? I have no recollection of how I acquired it and no clear understanding of its potential purpose. It consists of 2 bent metal rods coated in yellow plastic, with rubber caps on the ends. The dimensions are approximately 12 inches in length and 6 inches in height, and it weighs around 1 pound. There are no markings, stamps, stickers, instructions, or any indications regarding its use. Any ideas? This tool serves a variety of purposes, ideal for drilling, sawing, screwing, sanding, grinding, planing, gluing, painting, soldering, mounting, etc. For fast and stable fixing of planks, panels, doors, pipes, sheet material, metal pipes, etc. Always ready for immediate use, so never set up, unfold, or tighten again. Light in weight, strong and handy, and easy to take anywhere. Easy to place on any table and workbench or simply on the floor. I inherited this object from my grandfather. It features a compass-like dial at its center, with a freely moving arrow and markings up to 60. Surrounding it is a clear tube filled with gold fleck dust. One side contains a large spring, while the opposite side has a fixed post, both of which can be unscrewed. A large pair of tweezers can be attached to the spring side of the apparatus. Initially, I considered it might be a scale of some kind. However, the spring does not influence the needle's movement. Additionally, the ends of the tweezers are cut off squarely rather than coming to a point. Any ideas? This is called a Spanish dip needle. They first showed up prior to 1900, possibly during the Klondike Rush. The stuff in the glass vial is invariably pyrite, passed off as real gold. It is a highly scientific treasure finder method, albeit undiscovered science, of course. But not to worry. Someday science will come along and explain how it finds treasure. I'm at one of my relatives' house in the UK and I keep noticing this thing. This object is located indoors and not outdoors. It's made from metal and it has a weird knob thing on it. This house, I think, used to be a B&B before it was renovated to a restaurant, then a house. It's positioned downstairs in the hallway outside of a living room door. I Google image searched, but it only came up with like ceiling roses, and I don't think it's one of those. And I don't think it's a doorstop either, because firstly, the door doesn't open to that side, and secondly, that door hasn't been changed since it was built, so it would have pointless. Plus, it's the only one in the house. I'm thinking it could maybe be like a time capsule. Any ideas? It's a bell pull that's been painted over. Old houses, pre-1900s, owned by rich people, would have had internal bell systems in many rooms so they could summon the help, servants or slaves, to any room. It is a pocket watch featuring a small lever, an unusual dial, and no hands. I have attempted to use Google image search and conducted several queries, such as pocket watch with a pie chart-like face, but have been unable to locate any relevant results. Any ideas? This is a pocket roulette wheel designed to resemble a pocket watch for discreet concealment, featuring a rotating dial in place of an indicator hand. It consists of 12 segments, deviating from the standard number, which gives it the appearance of a damaged pocket watch upon closer examination. It is likely that this piece was created from an actual pocket watch, as some of the original frame remains visible around the dial, wheel, and face.